Meanwhile, this behind me, well, they were promised a park 15 years ago. Today, this hillside still sits untouched. And 10 News reporter Joe Little reveals why the South Bay community says that wouldn't happen anywhere else.
You see these two poles right here? It used to hold a City of San Diego sign that said a future park would be built here in 2017. Well, the sad reality is that's not going to happen.
I've been here since 1956.
And this hillside at the end of Bayer Boulevard in San Ysidro looks the same to a frustrated Salvador Gonzalez.
I saw plans, at least at one time I saw two different plans.
Plans for a new community park.
It's been about 15 years since it was promised, and clearly there's nothing here.
There was even a sign announcing the future Bayer Park.
It sat there, I'm going to say, for at least 2 or 3 years.
It disappeared recently. The City of San Diego is apparently going back to the drawing board.
Doing it again this year, but now we're getting the community involved.
This is Councilman David Alvarez's district. He wants about $300,000 in next year's budget for the park. That's just to finish planning. The actual park will cost millions, which is why it probably won't be done by next year.
You could be frustrated and mad. That's one response, but we take action.
They need to take action. Alvarez says San Ysidro only has 40% of the park space it needs.
We've got about 45 acres out of 107 that are needed.
Areas like East Lake, La Jolla, places like that, things get done, they get done right away.
A similar thing happened with the sidewalk between a neighborhood and San Ysidro High School. That was promised in 2002. It's finally under construction 14 years later.
This community deserves better.
South Bay, you treat us like you're a wanted child.
It's been a very neglected community.
Gonzalez says he'll do what he can with his neighbors to make sure their park is built. In San Ysidro, do you have hope? Joe Little.
For the park in the future?
10 News.
Yes, you never give up hope.
You never give up hope. Well, those neighbors plan to start fighting for their park during budget meetings that begin next month. And